Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a very good night. Little bit tired, yes. Uh, kind of took the last couple of days off, but I'll be fully recharged by tomorrow. Obviously, I have a lot to go over. The Lakers in their record at the All Star break. Uh, Goat Kinderbarn played 49 games. I'll explain the significance behind that. I already did Champions League videos, but people don't really know how to go to my playlist just on the homepage of my channel. So I suppose I'll do one more video on the Champions League winner, kind of connect Holland being born at Leeds, United Kingdom, with winning a repeat in the Champions League. And this is kind of allows Mbappe to kind of try to equalize a little bit, kind of that quick start. Messi started out with all the Champions League titles, and that's kind of the pattern I kind of see going on right there. But as far as the next season, and the top pick for the NFL, I believe, as far as future bets goes, the AFC is the hardest conference. The AFC is all stacked with all the elite quarterbacks. So, with that being said, the NFC is a lot weaker. The NFC does not have a Joe Burrow, a Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, and a couple of other elite names that I'm leaving out. Not Tua per se, but there's one other one. Not Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. So the AFC is stacked. So before we dig into the AFC by committee, the NFC is a much weaker conference. There's a Super Bowl hangover. The 49ers have a Super Bowl jinx. Players are leaving. The questioning the coach. Brock Purdy is mediocre. He had lots of dropped interceptions during the playoffs. So, with that being said, NFC's a lot weaker. The teams are weaker. The Lions can only get better in the secondary. So, that's just the Detroit motto. You may take some stab wounds, but the whole city gets back up and they fight and persevere through all the bad times, and they take the stab wounds pretty well. So that's kind of how I look at the Detroit Lions. Uh, they will bring in the playoff experience to next year. We need to talk about that a little bit too. That if they go in there and let's say they get home field, then the Lions already they've got that mojo at Ford Field in the playoffs, 2-0 in playoff games at Ford Field. So I do like the Lions to get that home field advantage. The Bears are still going to be mediocre. I sense the Bears are going to miss out on another great quarterback. I suppose Caleb Williams is the guy that the new owners in Washington need to get relevant again in the playoff picture. I like Sam Howell, but he may or may not be the answer. I can completely understand why, if the Washington football team does decide to take Caleb Williams, hoping that his skill sets and his sidearm throws, what have you, and his ability to scramble, whatever, uh, gives him that little Patrick Mahomes skill set. But to me, what it comes down to, Dan Campbell is an assistant head coach of the Saints. The Saints are hosting the Super Bowl. Jared Goff made his only Super Bowl when he won an NFC title game at New Orleans. So he has the ability to win another NFC title game to make it to New Orleans, basically. He last made it to the Super Bowl with the NFC title win at New Orleans. So his next NFC title win doesn't happen at New Orleans, but his next NFC title win is going to send him back to New Orleans. And I've been reading some comments on on Facebook, and it seems like people are inclined to believe that this was the Lions' only chance, but I disagree with that. It's a lot harder to get back to the Super Bowl after you lose it. And even though the Eagles started 10-1, whatever, didn't make it back. They fell apart. This team, I mean, McCaffrey's an elite player, but the reality is you never know when you have an injury that can define the rest of your career. So it can happen at any moment. And if McCaffrey does suffer a serious injury, then it could be the end. You just never know when it's going to happen. There may be 17 or 18 straight quarterbacks that have never gone to the Super Bowl again after losing their first appearance. To me, Goff is in a new environment. He gets a fresh start. So that's what I kind of like as far as, Goff losing his first Super Bowl. Can he make it back to the Super Bowl? And let's forget about Joe Burrow. He is making it back into the Super Bowl. This is only his first or second or third year. He's going to be back in the Super Bowl because he's so cool. He is going to beat Patrick Mahomes in the 2025-26 NFL season. But, yeah, I think Jared Goff's going to be a two-time loser in the Super Bowl, but he's going to make it back to the Super Bowl. And everybody thinks Aaron Rodgers is going to miss the playoffs. I tell you, the house always wins. Now, nobody thought the Chiefs were going to win during the last couple of years. 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, everybody was on the Buffalo Bills. Last year, it was the Ravens. So the truth is, the fact of the matter is, you can sit here and say scripted for the Chiefs, but the fact is, people did not think the Chiefs were going to make it to the Super Bowl in any of the last 2 seasons. The Bills were the top pick. Then it wasn't just Gematria Land, but also just the public itself. There was a poll on the NFL's YouTube channel 2 Januaries ago. Who's going to win the AFC title game? Most people had Bengals. So there is no easy money to come by in Las Vegas. Just ask everybody with the player props, the over-under yards for McCaffrey in the Super Bowl, or the Travis Kelce to score in the Super Bowl, what have you. Brock Purdy only threw a touchdown. So Brock Purdy, Joe Montana, He ain't even threw a touchdown. And he only threw one touchdown in the Super Bowl, 252 yards in the game that went into overtime. He's a mediocre quarterback. There's a drop pick six by the Green Bay Packers. That was an interception that went up the end zone. The Lions gifted him. He dropped the interception, and then it went straight into the hands of the 49ers wide receiver. So you're not making it back next year. That is the epitome white privilege right there. I don't know what I like Brock Purdy. He's a good kid. Why am I so harsh on Brock Purdy? Why is Shannon Sharp so harsh on Brock Purdy? It is these Brock Purdy suck-ups that are the problem. These people are acting like he's Tom Brady and Joe Montana already. You wonder why we're so harsh on this guy? Your people are anointing this kid as Tom Brady and Joe Montana when he's nowhere close to these two guys. He's just a guy playing in a Kyle Shanahan system. Why does he and Jimmy Garoppolo say the same dummy audible call at the line? It's all under control of micromanaging control freak Kyle Shanahan. His quarterback will be the puppet of Kyle Shanahan and what he wants to do. They're not allowed to audible at the line. This kid is a mediocre game manager. This was the most talented team in the NFL, and he choked. He'll never be that guy. When Debo was hurt, when Kittle was hurt, when McCaffrey was hurt, that team lost 3 straight games. The Niners have 0 chance of making it back next year. This kid will never, ever win a Super Bowl, ever. This team's cooked. This team is aging. They are done. They are cooked. They are finished. Fool's gold. What is Las Vegas? Las Vegas is fool's gold. Oh, I'm going to buy the house and be a millionaire. This is what the 41ers are. No wonder why they're going to lose a game. The symbology behind the 49ers revolves around being fool's gold. The house always wins. You're not going to strike it rich in Las Vegas. This is what the 41ers represent. This is how I knew they would not win the game. This is the secret messaging, subliminal messaging behind the 49ers, is that the house always wins. Fool's gold. A fool and his money at Las Vegas. That's what the 49ers symbolized as representing that fool's gold of the person coming in to bet whatever they have away at Las Vegas. You're just not going to win a Super Bowl as a 49ers quarterback unless if you're from a religious school like Notre Dame or BYU. It may not be a causation, but it is a correlation. Every quarterback who's won the Super Bowl and the 49ers came from a religious school, BYU and Notre Dame. Maybe that's your golden ticket to the Super Bowl. They draft a quarterback from Notre Dame. And anyone from BYU except for Zach Wilson. But you see, the NFL has been rigged for decades. The Golden Domer, Joe Montana, played for the red and gold. It's just symbology. They struck the gold on the Golden Domer and Notre Dame player. The golden helmets in Notre Dame. They're called the Golden Domers. But the Lions are going to make it. Most of the futures are going to be on Kansas City because all Battletown Red for Patrick Mahomes. There is an in-between for Tom Brady of 10 seasons without a Super Bowl. I don't think it's ever going to be a full 10 seasons without a Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes, but it'll be something like 5 years without a Super Bowl. So how I drew up the calculation, it'll be 6 years without a Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. I see at the moment in time, if Andy Reid retires, then Shanahan will have to reboot and take over the Kansas City Chiefs. Because he's just like Andy Reid. He's going to take over for some other team, and he's going to find a real quarterback to win the Super Bowl with. Not that fraud Purdy over there. Not that joke quarterback. Him and his little brigade are losers. Look at Fraud Purdy and all this little freaking. These people are full of excuses. He played a good game. He proved the skepticism. He didn't get that team in the position to have the ball last. That's my problem with that. The Lions don't have to go through Joe Burrow. They don't have to go through Patrick Mahomes. They don't have to go through Justin Herbert or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Tua or any of these guys out there or Aaron Rodgers. They don't have to go through any of these guys. So it is going to be far easier for the Detroit Lions. Could I say like a Packers, Lions, NFC title, something like that? I could see that. I could see Lions or Eagles or something of that nature. I could see Lions, Cowboys, what have you. If the Cowboys are not going to completely collapse in Mike McCarthy's his lame duck year. So, Cowboys are in a lame duck situation. If the Eagles come back, whatever, that's another team that could go up against the Lions potentially. Dan Campbell is going to be 4-1 entering the Super Bowl in the playoffs before facing off against Baltimore. Baltimore's 41, Super Bowl's 41. Campbell gets a crack at the Baltimore Ravens. Andy Reid has 3 Super Bowls. John Harbaugh has 2 Super Bowls. Who's going to be that other guy that's got 2 Super Bowls outside of Mike Tomlin in the whole period of mediocrity? Because the NFL, they basically, the Steelers are not allowed to make the playoffs because the NFL has told them, hey, Lamar is a superstar. Burrow is a superstar. These are the guys that we want in the playoffs to build these narratives, to build these interconference rivalries, what have you. So, yeah, Burrow is going to beat Mahomes definitely the following season. Absolutely. If Lamar is indeed the 35th quarterback, then Burrow's going to be the 36th quarterback to win the Super Bowl because Montana's come out your 36, and that's the franchise quarterback of the 49ers who won 4 out of the 5 Super Bowls with that team. Enough. Yeah, I'm not rubbing it in or anything, but I'm just from another lens. I mean, think about the rematch of Super Bowl 54. Well, San Francisco has 5 Super Bowls, and now Kansas City has 4. You know, I basically saw that, but I never got the chance to tell you that. But that was another reason why the Chiefs going to win the Super Bowl. That was not the main talking point. The main talking point is Joe Montana and his number 19 with Kansas City and his 39 postseason touchdowns with the 49ers. And the fact is the last repeat was in Super Bowl 39. And I've seen many 39s in the Super Bowl. But for me, I'm from the standpoint that it is so box office that this would generate a big boom in playoff ratings to see Aaron Rodgers against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, the logo doesn't mean shit now, man. It was purple last year. What happened to Ravens? I mean, this stuff is just silliness. This is how I told you all that wasn't going to be the Ravens last year. I mean, people, a fool and his money in Las Vegas, 49ers and fool's gold in Las Vegas go hand in hand together. I don't think some people have thought about that as far as Las Vegas and the house winning and fool's gold. They were certainly fool's gold. Brock Purdy is a fraud and fool's gold. He's a joke. The easiest bet next year is just before you get into the Super Bowl, just the NFC's easy. And the Lions are by far the best team. Lions to win the NFC. How about that? Before you get into the winner in the AFC, the Lions to win the NFC because NFC is an easy conference. No, I never did. It was always for Kansas City. Just study the number. Joe Montana, number 19. It was never going to happen. But hey, Tom Brady calling the Super Bowl next year. His NFL debut came against the Lions. Tom Brady will see the Lions in the Super Bowl next year. His last ring came against Jared Goff in New England, and he will see Jared Goff in next year's Super Bowl. In his first retirement, his unofficial retirement, he said, "You're next to Lamar Jackson." Tom Brady knew Mahomes is going to win the next 2 championships. Basically, what Tom Brady has said is that Lamar Jackson is the first quarterback to win his first Super Bowl ever since the time that he did officially retire. And this would be Andy Reid's eighth playoff loss with Kansas City. There's Lamar Jackson, number 8. There's Aaron Rodgers, number 8. Aaron Rodgers gonna beat the Kansas City Chiefs next year in the playoffs. So Bill's gonna choke again. Are they gonna be a top seed? Is Lamar Jackson gonna be a number 2 seed? The Ravens gonna be ballers, or the Bengals get comeback player of the year narrative for the Bengals, or the Chargers gonna make sense? But now the Chargers come into the equation. I can see the Chargers getting some wins against the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs will just have to go through a harder run next year. I do like a three-peat. These guys can easily leg out 20 years in the NFL. I just like the fact that 64 and 66 are big beast numbers. 64 is Gematria, the Antichrist. 66 is number of the beast. 66, so called 64. The Chiefs are going to have to three-peat as we enter the 2030s. So there were 2 different dynasties on the Patriots, 2 different halves. There's going to be another half of the Kansas City Chiefs. The Baltimore Ravens over the Detroit Lions. Lamar Jackson to win. The AFC, there's too much parity, they say, but then Patrick Mahomes takes over after Super Bowl 63, and he shows why he's the GOAT, that he can do it without Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. This is what Patrick Mahomes is going to do, because he's already did it, and he'll do it again. So, the polls. You can never fade Baby Goat, but it all depends on the timing when you fade Baby Goat. Jimmy Garoppolo is Steve Young. He's finally going to win a Super Bowl. He rolling right by the coattails of the GOAT. No, man, because that Super Bowl in the 100-year anniversary, that was all about Bart Starr and his number 15. So that's how I knew Patrick Mahomes would beat Jimmy Garoppolo in that Super Bowl. Last year was the easiest Super Bowl ever, or the year before last year. Andy Reid, there's no way he's going to lose to the Eagles. State Farm Stadium, Patrick Mahomes, right? They go hand in hand together. So the polls. There's so much polls. There's so lot that goes around in this channel. Where was the poll? 82% say Donald Trump's gonna win. I'm just saying. I can't really judge your politics very well. I gotta say, Biden will win again, but Kamala is a one-term president. The Republican Party will take back the Oval Office in 2028. So this was before conference title week. Who will win Super Bowl 58? 38% said the 49ers, 25% said the Ravens, 16% said the Chiefs. So, people were not thinking we're going with Kansas City. What will be Super Bowl 58? 40% said 49ers versus Ravens. 20% said Lions versus Ravens. So 60% had the Ravens. You can never fade Baby Goat in this particular moment. I've did the numbers on the Baltimore Ravens for next year. And this is how I knew the Ravens had 0 chance of making it last year. Because General Jackson angle is the way to go. Lamar Jackson winning at the birthplace of Doug Williams is the way to go. people will fade Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson is going to do just that next year. He is going to shock the world. He's going to play like the 2-time MVP. Is he a 3-time MVP, Patrick Mahomes? Well, he already won 2 Super Bowls. Now Lamar Jackson needs to get up there and get the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, he's got the MVPs. Now he's not getting the Super Bowl. Peyton had the MVPs, he won. Tom Brady had the MVPs, he won. Aaron Rodgers had the MVPs, he won a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson has to be the next guy. And this is what Tom Brady knew when he said, "You're next." It doesn't matter if Lamar sucks. It's going to be scripted for Lamar. It don't matter if he's a bad passer, what have you. And they're going to run more than 16 times in next year's AFC Championship. They're going to run more than 16 times. 16 rushes. What is going on? A scripted game, that's what. I guarantee there'll be more than 16 rushing plays. Maybe more than 16 rushing plays. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. I mean, you just do your research on the Lions right there. There's a lot of election symbolism with the female owner of the Lions. Maryland and the Ravens. That 59 burger in week 1 in 2019, that shows you that Super Bowl 59 is all about Lamar Jackson. And he'll win 37 years after Doug Williams did so in Super Bowl 22. The season begins on 9-5 and Baltimore's 95. I tell you, the house always wins. Everyone's going to bet on Kansas City when they didn't in the last couple of years. That's just reality. The Chiefs are going to lose. People are going to be happy. Well, you can't give the matchup that everybody hates every single year. Because people hated. The people didn't like the Chiefs 49ers matchup, but, it was Vegas. It was all glamour with that matchup, right? They get all these suckers from Techland in California to spend all this money, to bet all their money, all these big 400 whopper bets on the 41ers. All these rich-ass people from California coming over there, they're able to fork out all this money for the tickets, and they lost. San Francisco is still a big, giant shithole. They lost the Super Bowl. San Francisco sucks. Good thing Kansas City won, because that city is a shithole nowadays. There is no law and order at all over there. Thank God San Francisco lost. Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it, but it's too bad. It's too bad. But that was the right call. People are just so overreactionary. When it's the Super Bowl, there's no Monday morning quarterback. It's Wednesday, Thursday morning quarterback. But that was the right call to receive the ball. What are you telling me? You want Patrick Mahomes to get the ball 2 out of 3 times? Is that what you're telling me? If both teams score a touchdown and the 49ers decide to kick off, then Patrick Mahomes gets the ball facing sudden death. I don't care if he gets a shorter field with 4 down territory. The fact is, you don't want Patty Mahomes getting the ball last. That was not the issue. The issue was abandoning the run. The issue was the fact that Brock Purdy wasn't looking over the middle of the field after the 2-minute warning. You had Ayuk over there. He was just afraid of the blitz. He couldn't read the blitz. The refs did not decide a game, but still, some people are still crying about the refs. Deciding to receive was not the issue. You don't want the ball in Mahomes' hands facing sudden death. You don't. But this guy, Steve Wilkes, he got fired, and he deserved to get fired. His teams are 27th in the league in third down efficiency. He just simply did not allow this defense to take the full step. Now, Joe Burrow had 82 touchdowns at the time of his extension. Montana was pick number 82. But Joe Burrow's going to win at Santa Clara. This just ain't the year for Joe Burrow. It's going to be Lamar Jackson. It's like Lamar Jackson is winning Super Bowl 59. Burrow will beat both Lamar and Mahomes in the year of Super Bowl 60. I've not figured out who Lamar Jackson's going to beat just yet, but that's the birthplace of Doug Williams. We have to see a real black man win the Super Bowl. Mahomes really don't seem black to me, really, the way he talks, whatever. I want to see Lamar Jackson electrify with his legs to be that kind of guy. But you see, if Lamar Jackson was able to allow the NFL to get their Swifty Bowl, they got to pay back Lamar Jackson. No way Lamar will beat the Chiefs. Joe Burrow will beat Kansas City the following year. I like Aaron Rodgers to rock this world with a big earthquake to defeat Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. His last statement in the NFL. The New York Jets with another upset for New York City. The Jets over the Colts in Super Bowl III. The Giants over the Patriots in Super Bowl 42. I like the Jets to have another huge upset. If Zach Wilson beat those guys, if they were very close to beating those guys, Patrick Mahomes, that motherfucker with that slide right there, he cost everyone the game with the spread. I remember that. Aaron Rodgers gonna beat Patrick Mahomes. And hey, a white man beat Patrick Mahomes. It was Joe Burrow and it was Tom Brady, not that Brock fraud joke quarterback over there. The best quarterback in the league, Brock Brady. This is what happens when people we going away from the great passes of the NFL. We going away from Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Cam Newton and Matt Ryan and Ben Roethlisberger. These guys, for the most part, are much mediocre compared to the guys from the gunslinger era. They're like Kurt Warner. These guys are mediocre compared to all these guys that I see retiring. These guys will actually throw 10 yards when it's 3rd and 8. These guys are scrubs. You and your little 5, 6 yard garbage. Can you actually sling that rack downfield? I know Mahomes can. I know Joe Burrow can. Not everyone is a scrub quarterback. Jared Goofball gotta go in there and win a weak conference. NFC is so weak. Dak Prescott is one of these joke quarterbacks too. He's mediocre. He's not ready in a playoff game. He's 2-5. He's a joke. Let's move on. NFC's a weak conference. So, yeah, I think Caleb going to Washington, that's another one right there. I think the Bears are retards. I think they might as well gamble and go with Caleb Williams. Just, hey, he passed on Patrick Mahomes, and let's go say, let's draft Caleb Williams. That's what this team ought to do. But no, Bears will fuck it up again. The only other big fuck up than the Chicago Bears is the San Francisco 49ers, because they could have had Patrick Mahomes with the 3rd overall pick. They didn't lose the Super Bowl because of the muff punt. They didn't lose because of the missed extra point. They didn't lose because of some controversial overtime decision. They didn't lose because of any of that, because of Brock Purdy's weak-ass throws. The moment they lost the Super Bowl was when they decided to pass on Patrick Mahomes. And for Solomon Thomas, who's a big, giant bust, and he only got drafted because John Lynch went to class with Solomon Thomas at Stanford. We'll be talking about this for years. 49ers have passed on Patrick Mahomes. They could have had a dynasty with Patrick Mahomes. I will not stop talking about it because the network should be talking about that more. They are not even talking about that. Let your weak ass takes out there in the media. You will not be talking about this if they did not pass on this guy in the draft. Where's the heat on John Lynch? On Shanahan? He ought to go. He ought to take over for Andy Reid. Kyle Shanahan to take over for Andy Reid right now. As soon as the opportunity arises, he needs to take over for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is by far the worst draft decision ever. This was the opposite. A guy that they pat. Everyone's talking about the Bears, but they knew I should be talking about the Niners because that's a team that was one game away from winning the Super Bowl. But the difference is they don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback. J.J. McCarthy's not an NFL quarterback. You should want Jaden Daniels to the Panthers. He ain't no quarterback. He may be C.J. Beathard. The quarterback doesn't win the games from Michigan. The running back and the defense do. Still cool to write the coattails to a national title game, be the hot shot and campus, what have you, but he is not an NFL quarterback. I think Kyle is going to take over the Chiefs. I hope Andy Reid makes it to 80 years old and he wins 6 rings, but life happens sometimes. Priorities, health, what have you, Andy Reid. He probably don't give a shit about the family because this guy was no parent at all. Have you seen his sons? He may as well be a football junkie for the rest of his life. This is Lamar's bowl. Tom Brady said he next, and Tom Brady is going to watch. And the amount of time from Tom Brady's birthday to the Super Bowl is 6 months and 6 days. So it'd be 66 years from the Lions' last championship game. Baltimore Ravens 66. Lamar Jackson, General Jackson, lead them back to New Orleans. Lamar is going to do just that. Everybody who thought Lamar Jackson was going to win the Super Bowl, you just told me they're winning something. They are not winning. Okay, well, yeah, they are winning something. It's called the NFC Championship. The Niners have zero chance of making it. The Lions are the team that's going to make it. It's called media manipulation. The Lions are not going to make it back. They had their chance. Wow, wow, wow. Well, who's had more playoff opportunities? The 49ers did. This team has zero chance. Quarterback is mediocre. I take Jared Goff over that clown over there with all these pro playmakers. That team's a joke. That quarterback's a joke. That coach is a joke. That defensive coordinator's a joke. He's gone. That team is full-on joke. They are a joke. And a choke in the joke. They have zero chance of making it. This is a fool's gold organization. I want to watch some garbage-ass minor team choke another Super Bowl. Put the Lions in there. People wanted to see the Lions in there anyways. Give the public what they be wanting. This was the Taylor Swift Super Bowl last year. This is the Eminem Super Bowl next year. Get the Eminem out the Super Bowl. You didn't want to see the Lions. Most of the public wanted to see the Lions. They wanted to see Lions and Ravens last year, but I knew it wasn't happening. I don't know. Maybe because my pick was the Chiefs. And that's my pick, and I've stuck with it. The Chiefs won. I picked the Chiefs every playoff game. I faded them against the Bills and the Ravens. I faded them. You cut the crap. Just because you didn't want the Lions doesn't mean everyone else didn't want to see the Lions. I don't want to see I didn't have the Niners win the Super Bowl. Yeah, they troll. I told you. One is not winning. Joe Montana won 19 years later. Chiefs will win every game in the playoffs. I am the Chiefs. Watch the videos. Stop being a cocksucker, will you? I made it. I did it. I predicted the Chiefs to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I correctly predicted every result from every 49er game this postseason. I correctly predicted the result of every Kansas City Chiefs game this postseason. I've never had the Niners. The final calculation was Chiefs. That was the pick right there. During the divisional conference time, I don't know where you've been, but I had the best videos on the Super Bowl because I have broken it down from every angle. This is how you don't fall for the fools go to the 49ers, where 53% of the people in the poll had the 49ers and some garbage-ass quarterback beating Patrick Mahomes. I mean, come on now. It should be 60 to 70% that predicted the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this cocksucker over there. This smoke perp guy acts like the 49ers, the one Super Bowl. No. I knew they were going to come back because Dan Campbell choked at the barrier, but I knew this team had zero chance of winning because of this mediocre game-managing quarterback. He's a joke. He's a joke. And a joke. I'll still talk shit about Brock Purdy all fucking day long, bitch. It's another choke job. He's never ever won in a Super Bowl again. Look at those throws. Weak arm strength. He can't make a play with a big, fat, 200, 300-pound guy in his face. He can't throw off his back foot. He's a weak quarterback. And he's a scrub. This is a system. Shannon Sharp is right. This system, give Joe Burrow this team. They win 3 Super Bowls. Give Patrick Mahomes this team. They win 3 Super Bowls. Give Lamar Jackson this 49er team. They win 2 Super Bowls. Give Herbert that 49er team and they win 2 Super Bowls. These guys are garbage. These quarterbacks who quarterback this team is garbage. Purdy's a scrub. Look at this guy. Look at all these drops and interceptions. What game are you watching? 252 yards when he played 5 quarters. Mediocre. Didn't cut it. 8 passing plays out of 9 plays in these 3 and outs, and they could not get 1 first down with the next Joe Montana. Next top party, next top party. These people need to stop talking about football. If you call this guy the best quarterback in the league, I've seen this guy get his ass pounded by the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. The Lions will make it. There's going to be many election themes with this Detroit Lions team. The indirect election of Kamala Harris, the first female president, well, the Lions were the first team to have ownership transferred from a female owner to another female owner. Sheila Ford is the owner of the Detroit Lions today. Detroit is one of the highest concentrations of African American populations in the country. So if Lamar Jackson win the Super Bowl, he has to beat the Lions. I never, ever, ever had Joe Burrow winning at the Superdome. I don't know where these people come from. It was just like the other person the other day who thought I had 41ers over the Chiefs in Super Bowl 54. This was the furthest thing from the truth. I even had to respond with the playlist to show him that not once did I pick the Winers and porn star Jimmy to win Super Bowl 54. And this is the fact of the matter is. I don't know where you had the information coming from, but here this is right there. At the beginning of the year, I had the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I didn't have them winning during the playoffs. My style is to stick with my preseason pick. I always nail the last game. Everybody who knows it knows I nail everything when it's divisional and conference title and the Super Bowl because I did the year before. I did it the year before last year. I did it last year. No. Burrow at the Super Bowl is a psyop. It's a psyop. That's what it is. He's not going to win it. Oh, because he won with LSU. No. That is called a psychological operation. Well, just Lamar Jackson played the first game in front of fans at Allegiant Stadium. He's going to play in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. This is a psyop. Lamar played in the first game at Allegiant Stadium in front of fans, but he never made it to the Super Bowl. That is what we call a psyop. That's a perfect example. The Monday Night Football game, the 33-27, the Raiders defeat the Ravens, 2021, the first game over at Allegiant Stadium in front of fans. Lamar didn't make it over to Allegiant Stadium for the Super Bowl. So this Joe Burrow win the national title with LSU over at the Superdome, that's a psyop. It'll be the Super Bowl after that because he's Joe Cool, because he's Joe Montana. That's the riddle with the Cincinnati Bengals. That's the riddle. Joe Cool, Joe Montana, Joe Burrow over at the stadium of the 49ers. Well, it's up to you what you want to do on the AFC. Again, the AFC is the toughest conference, but from a logical standpoint of the NFC being an easy joke conference, the Lions are going to make it to the Super Bowl because the Niners have zero chance of making it. Not the Cowboys and the Eagles are jokes. I mean, this conference is mediocre. Most of the great teams are in the AFC, so the Lions are easily going to make it. The NFC South is full of crap. Lions are better than any of these teams in the NFC. Lions going to make it next year. It's already scripted for the Lions to make it next year anyways. 66 is a big championship number. This is the same old Lions. They beat the ass of the Niners. This team's a joke. Lions will easily make it to the Super Bowl next year. Yeah, I mean, and no one has watched the Niners all year long. This team is a joke. They were 27th in third down conversion. Did you see all these five guys play 5-6 yards back on the line of scrimmage in overtime? You know, that little soft prevent zone, soft zone. They kicked him out of the booth. They made Steve Wilkes have to stay in the sidelines. This Steve Wilkes did not elevate the game. This was already a great defense before he got there. It was easy, yeah, because, Dan Campbell chose at the Bay Area as a member of the Giants, so that it's pretty easy to see what they were doing with that scripted game right there. I mean, the Riders are a joke team. It had to be scripted for them to win, even though they were getting exposed against these teams. They were scripted for them to make it, and Super Bowl always has to be a close game since they've got the advertisement dollars, and these guys got to make their money. That they're paying a lot of money for advertisement slots and all that. One thing that was fucked up in the script was that one more period of commercials if they had a second quarter and overtime, and the Chiefs run the game winning play at that time. Yeah, Lions will easily make it. Some players with New Orleans connections to the Lions, all that, I will check. But the Ravens are going to make it back to the Super Bowl. This cannot be the year for the Bengals until Super Bowl 60. Ravens are going on a 12-year cycle, 35, 47, and 59. Something about the Ravens make it the Super Bowl every 12 years. My only prediction is that a two-time league MVP is playing in the Super Bowl, and that guy is Lamar Jackson. He's being good company man, so I believe he should be rewarded next year. It was rigged against Joe Burrow in that rigged Super Bowl at LA. So Joe Burrow will win the following year. The most scripted of all scripted, most entertaining, dramatic games has to have Aaron Rodgers beating the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. He going Broadway Joe in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers. He gotta beat Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes, it don't matter if he has 3 Super Bowls. He lose to the white man. This is the white supremacist ritual. He cannot lose against Lamar Jackson, but he can lose against Joe Burrow and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So he got to be a white quarterback he loses against next year. Everyone be talking about is this Aaron Rodgers' last dance, all that. Get the hype train going in the divisional round of the playoffs. Everyone like to jump on Broadway Joe. Aaron Rodgers. Broadway Joe is Joe Namath, okay? That's what I'm referring to. Aaron Rodgers gets his Broadway moment, leading the Jets to the playoffs for the first time in 13 years. How many years has it been since the Lions had a home game and they got the crowd everything they wanted? That this is the effect that I see right there with the New York Jets, is that when they make it to the playoffs for the first time in over a decade, they get a playoff win. Mecole Hardman of the New York Jets, who was with the Kansas City Chiefs, scored the game-winning touchdown. Did these guys get the New York Jets in the wild card week next year? Fuck you, NFL. If you get that game on Amazon, well, fuck y'all guys if you get this game on Amazon. If this guy's a 2-time MVP, it's like, what has he not have yet? That's the Super Bowl win. Lamar need to get the Super Bowl with the 2-time MVP awards. That's what he got to do. Lions are easily in the Super Bowl. That's Tom Brady's NFL debut. So remember, before he came in for the injured Drew Bledsoe against the Jets, his first appearance came in relief against the Detroit Lions. I can see the Cowboys losing against the Chiefs during the Super Bowl 65 during the three-peat. The three-peat is not next year. The three-peat is going to be happening after 59 prior seasons of the history of the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. The house always wins. You maybe have your Illuminati puppets singing some song like three-peat to help psyop people in Las Vegas. This is what we have to consider. The movie this said the Ravens make it to Las Vegas. Why were the Ravens the team last year, though? That's the question. You got to make Tom Brady look like God. So there's going to be no 3-peat next year. Tom Brady's immortalized. But the entire storybook hasn't been written because it's going to consist of 20 to 24 years for Patrick Mahomes. So we have a long way to go. We're not even halfway through Mahomes' career yet. We're not even in year 12 or year 10. We have a long way to go. Again, Tom Brady is gematria of 35. The 35th quarterback to win a Super Bowl will happen in the first time that Tom Brady's calling a Super Bowl in the booth. So by that logic, we cannot have a 3-peat. But when we do the calculator and it says 3-peat in New Orleans, okay, the Chiefs would be defending champions, but they plan for a 3-peat, but they're playing for something. That something is a 3-peat. But do they get it is a whole completely different question. The Superdome is gematria of the 3-peat in Super Bowl 59. Okay, the Chiefs will be playing for a 3-peat, but that doesn't automatically mean they are going to win the 3-peat. So based on that logic, it was a given that the Niners were going to lose the Super Bowl last year. Just the Chiefs entering the year of Super Bowl 59 would be playing for the 3-peat at the Superdome gematria 59. So by that method of looking ahead to the next year, that's how the Chiefs had zero chance of losing to the Niners. But these are the narratives. It is not an automatic conclusion that the 3-peat is just going to be given. They'll be playing for the chance to. It doesn't necessarily mean they get it. Because again, Tom Brady's 35, the 35th quarterback to win the Super Bowl. We are at 34 because Matt Stafford was the 34th quarterback to win a Super Bowl in the last 2 years of Patrick Mahomes. So we have to have the 35th quarterback win the Super Bowl next year. And so that guy, in my view, is Lamar Jackson. He'll never appear in the Super Bowl again after this year. Lamar Jackson, I can guarantee you that. It's just lucky running back walking onto the Super Bowl. The running back Colin Kaepernick made it to the last Super Bowl at New Orleans, and another running back to make it there at New Orleans. They're calling Colin Kaepernick a running back. They're calling him a gimmick. He was a gimmick read option quarterback back in the day when Jim Harbaugh decided to get the read option going with Frank Gore and Colin Kaepernick. We'll see if the Jets do face off against the Packers, but at the least, they do make it to the postseason. They'll find a way to magically get all these new offensive linemen, and now they're suddenly going to protect Aaron Rodgers. That's part of the script. This is wrestling, remember? Travis Kelce is wearing the WWE belt over at the parade. You know, guys at CBS had him singing, yeah, Viva Las Vegas, Viva, Viva Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. That seems like it was part of the script, too. That seems too good to be true. That's the caveat. Even if Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl, he avoids beating Joe Burrow. He avoids beating Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl 61 at SoFi. Jim is 14 years after Super Bowl 47. That's the year. Super Bowl 61. James Joseph Harbaugh. Super Bowl 61. 49ers lose again. Jim Harbaugh's the first to win the Super Bowl before the 49ers in their classless organization decided to throw Jim Harbaugh under the bus. They kicked him out. They kicked him out of the 49ers. Oh, he didn't win a Super Bowl. They kicked him out. This is karma. Taylor Swift and her song, Karma. What are we talking about? 49ers they're trying to throw Jimmy Garoppolo in the dust. They've been trying to dispose him every single year. Do they want to get rid of Jim Harbaugh led this team to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years? But Trent Baalke and Jed York wanted to kick Jim Harbaugh to the curb. This is a classless organization. Jed York bought out the Santa Clara councilman out there, so he didn't have to pay for the lease for Levi's Stadium. This is a crooked organization. The Chiefs are the right team to win. The 49ers have bandwagon fair weather fans that never show up when they win 4 to 5 games. The Kansas City Chiefs have always sold out, even before Andy Reid became coach. So those are some real fans in Kansas City. The Chiefs and the Raiders are real fans. These clowns over there are as fair weather as it gets. The Bears suck. And the Washington football team has new owners. They need a difference maker. They need to get this team exciting again. Caleb Williams, boy at Washington, D.C., the Bears will fuck it up again. And Caleb Williams is heading over to the capital. Washington football team, Caleb Williams, Doug Williams. Caleb Williams is quarterback of the Washington football team. Hey, I'll do a video about that too. That's another thing I'll be talking about, doing the video in the next 12, 14, how many or so hours. I like the Braves against the Yankees, yes. Judge hit 62 home runs. Arlington, Texas, 62. He probably wins his first World Series at Georgia. Georgia's Camacho, 62. So the matchup between the Braves and the Yankees happens 28 years after 1996 for the Yankees' 26th World Series championship. But they need to be fired. I don't think Blake Snell's on the Yankees. Yeah, he should be on the Yankees. Hey, lowball this dude. He's still a free agent. He has to go to the Yankees. What the hell are they doing? Why is he not been signed yet? He has to go to the Yankees. How is Blake Snell still available? What the hell are they doing? Bud Cashman, what the hell are you doing? Okay, I see Google. Insider says he will sign Blake. I've made the video last month, but why are you taking so long to sign Blake fucking Snow? What does it for me is Great Jet Gino being a 15-6 life path. This is the motherfucking year that he finally does win the fucking championship. Everyone's going to be betting on the Dodgers. You know, Las Vegas, the house always wins, so I have to fade the Dodgers this year. What if Otani gets a shaming ritual? Never know. If he gets a shaming ritual, I believe he does. He get to say, "Oh, Dodgers ever win." I think he's got to win the World Series when the pressure is on, like after they don't win for a couple of years. That's when Otani has to ball it out. Well, White House, but Gary Bextor, he hits. I've not been signed yet by the Yankees. Why? And that's what I like to know. What the hell are they doing? And stop jacking off and get signed the deal. What the hell are they doing? Maximize the value. Lower the salary. I've been doing this for like 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Yeah. All yet to come. Many great calls, many more to come. Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl, World Cup, the Gold Bond fourth ring, the Gold Bond prophecy. Stick with the Gold Bond prophecy. The Kevin Durant ring is coming. The championship in the new arena for the Clippers. All we do is win. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, all we do is win for the most part. Especially the Clippers in the arena. They think Kawhi's never going to win again. They never think Kevin Durant's going to win again. They never think this guy in Boston's going to win a ring. He goes by the name of Agent Zero. Yeah, Jason Tatum. Yeah, no, he's going to win a ring. It's scripted. Time will come. Not soon. But before the end of the decade, this time will come. I know Kyrie should win a ring because obviously it's international viewers if Jokic got his ring. I don't know if I did the video on Luka yet, but I'll do the video on Luka. Okay, I will. Hey, if it's not a three-peat for the Celtics, then Luka's got possibilities. 2030, 2031 is the range for Luka. He's too brave a player not to win the championship. No ifs or buts. They have to bring in Blake Snell. I'm like, okay, he's got to come in. He's got to come in. Yeah, Harper should win, although it's never guaranteed. Barry Bonds never won a ring or whatever. I don't know if he had to do it because he's black or whatever. It had to be rigged. He had his chance 2002, but then the Giants lost in 7 games. The Angels did. Disney won before the Disney owners sold the Angels in 2002 or something like that. It didn't matter if the Chiefs and the betters won with the Chiefs. It didn't matter because the prop bets made Vegas a lot of money except for overtime. Travis didn't score. Ayuk didn't score. Samuel didn't score. So prop bets were very profitable. Most futures were on the 49ers. It didn't matter if most of the money was on the Chiefs because all I was hearing all week was, oh, most of the money is on the Chiefs, but most of the money's on the Super Bowl props, like the coin toss and all that other crap, like over under for yards, over under for touchdowns. People were going for the over for the first half. It was only 10-3. So the prop bets are the big money makers, and most of the future bets were on the 49ers. So it didn't matter if most of the money on the game was on the Chiefs. The big money makers was on the futures market and the Super Bowl props. The Cowboys have zero chance of making Central Coast Free Press One says Chiefs and Cowboys next year's Super Bowl. There was a poll that came out. Which team would you rather see in the Super Bowl, the Cowboys or the Chiefs? So basically, NFL on Fox is just trying to figure out which team people hate more now. Do they hate the Cowboys more, or do they hate the Chiefs more? I was trying to trim down my playlist. I really didn't pick the Rams for Super Bowl 56, even though I hated the Rams. But, it was a pandemic, all that, Rams won. It was a pretty easy Super Bowl to pick, but that's all in the past now. That's all that counts. I just think the Chargers have to win it now at SoFi. It's outside of a pandemic year for a home team to win the Super Bowl, but I think they'll make an exception there for LA teams. Yeah, it's funny because there's 141 a fan. All stream long. It's just talking shit. It's just talking shit. Like, the lead, oh, you're scared, all that, alone. And then the Chiefs won the Super Bowl right there. But he gave me his credit after the game, so I give him all the credit. That little 41 fan that was on the stream. He wasn't being a crybaby. Yeah, so Lakers are 4-3 without go LeBron James. 4-3. I could see a Vikings Chiefs rematch to begin the three-peat. It all depends on who they draft, what happens to the defense, what happens to the Vikings. Rick Spielman always gets the team to revamp and have talent on both sides of the ball, but they never really had a quarterback since Brett Favre and Dante Culpepper. So, Kirk Cousins was good, but he's just not really a playoff quarterback. So it all depends, obviously, who the future quarterback's going to be. Are the Vikings going to get that defense back to be a dynamic pass rush and all that, So lots of, there is opportunity for the Vikings in the next 5 to 6 years for the Lions to be back in the cellar, in the basement after a couple few years, what have you. But the Vikings, I need to see how they are like 4 or 5 years from now before I get to see if we see a Super Bowl rematch of Super Bowl four, to begin the three-peat for the Chiefs, basically, because this is all gonna lead up to years down the line. I mean, if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, if you're the Jim Harbaugh, and obviously they have something going on there at the Washington football team to select Caleb Williams. Washington is burgundy, USC is burgundy. Yeah, that's just a perfect team to draft Caleb Williams. Washington football team, Washington, D.C., new owners, NFL wants Caleb Williams on the Redskins. I can't see Fagsonville winning a Super Bowl anytime soon. It's just Fagsonville. We'll see. Super Bowl 63. I'm like, what's Super Bowl 63? I don't know. I don't know. Super Bowl 63. Who can win that one? NFL draft order. The Bears suck. Yeah, well, Commanders have Caleb Williams. I know Magic Johnson's going to order the team to select Caleb Williams. If they do draft Caleb Williams, they could trade Sam Howell, but uh, is he ever going to reduce his interceptions, or is he just going to be a Ryan Fitzpatrick, a very serviceable player, Sam Howell, but he may want to be a starter. Does he want to be a starter or not? Just like that little faggot ass bitch, Mitch Trubisky. He was okay with signing a contract as a backup quarterback. He's a little faggot ass motherfucker. He's a pussy. He didn't want to be a starting quarterback. He's a pussy. You know, pussy ass bitch. They took at number two instead of Patrick Mahomes. JJ McCarthy's not a starting quarterback. He's not. He's only like a fourth round drop pick. I would even take him the third round. I take him the fourth round. I want two other key position players in the second and third rounds. He's a fourth, fifth round pick. He's a project developmental player. Lions are going. They are going to the Super Bowl next year. What are you LOL? And you were talking mad about the 41ers all week long. They were never, ever going to beat Patrick Mahomes. They passed on this dude with the third pick. They lost their third Super Bowl. What other team the NFC is going to play in the Super Bowl? That's what I like to know. Don't say the 41ers. Oh, you're talking the 41ers all week long, man. I read your comments. Don't try to sugarcoat it, man. When two teams were left, it was a coin flip. 53% had the Niners, 47% had the Chiefs. So it was all 50-50. Yeah, who really cares about that? That was a preseason pick. I mean, I faded the Bills and the Ravens. Yeah, let's all reconcile, but the Lions are making it next year. Dan Campbell was an assistant coach with the Saints. Jared Goff won his last NFC title at New Orleans. He makes it back to the Super Bowl again at New Orleans. Sorry, the NFL is scripted. The Lions going to be in there next year. I told everybody, even though the Lions were losing or they were up by 17 points, it didn't matter. The Niners going to win that rigged game because Dan Campbell blew a 25-point lead in the wild card round as a tight end of the New York Giants, and history did repeat itself. So there's no 41ers next year. But all cycles come to an end. He's going to be that guy. And then I want to know what you got on the NFC, obviously, since you're writing off the Lions on the NFC. Like, who's your NFC leaderboard? Like, who you got on the NFC next year? Are you liking the NFC? Obviously, the AFC is very subjective. That's the most competitive, most hardcore conference. But who you got in the NFC next year, Zach? Because to me, the easiest bet is the Lions to win NFC before you get to who goes on the AFC side. NFC is weak. The Lions will make it next year. The Niners are not making it back next year. The NFC is just weak. The Lions are making it partially because the NFC is a very weak conference. NFC has lost Drew Brees and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And Dak sucks. So, of course, the Lions will make it next year. And Brock Purdy's a mediocre game manager. So Lions should be the easiest bet out there as far as conference or Super Bowl bet goes on any of the conference or the Super Bowl. That's just how I look at it. Because most of the competition is on the AFC side. NFC is full of weak teams. I'm not exaggerating. The NFC is a weak AFC. They are by far the most top-heavy conference. Prove to me otherwise. But that's where I get the AFC to win the Super Bowl. So the Lions will easily make it, but they'll lose against the Ravens. And then the Cowboys suck. Mike McCarthy's in a lame duck year. This team sucks. They are not making it next year. And Hurts is trash. So who's left? The Packers and the Lions? So the Lions make it. I mean, Lions are not making it next year. But that's a psyop. It's a psyop. It's a psyop. The Cowboys can't make it next year. They're a joke. This team is weak. They lost by 30, 40 points. The Cowboys won't. Everybody knows Mike McCarthy's gone because Jerry Jones didn't want to pay for two coaches. Mike McCarthy's a lame duck after that catastrophic performance in the wild card week. Mike is a lame duck coach. The Cowboys have no chance of making it. So this means the Lions have to make it on the NFC side. Will people bet the Niners again? Probably. Are they delusional? Yes. They were very lucky that the mediocre game manager didn't get intercepted against the Packers. They were very lucky. The ball went off the loser Lions player's hands and straight into the 41 receiver for the touchdown. I mean, this team is a joke. Who really thinks the Niners will make it next year? This is what I like to know. Who really thinks the Niners will make it next year? Well, yeah, exactly, Zach. Like, this is where we're getting the Chiefs against the Jets in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers gets Patrick Mahomes. They won the Super Bowl with the player who began the season with the Jets, and now the Chiefs have to face off. Aaron Rodgers gets Patrick Mahomes. Roger Goodell, get the popcorn out, get the ratings out. The NFL makes more money for everybody. Revenue sharing between the owners. Everybody wins. Everyone gets a piece of the cake when Aaron Rodgers faces off against Patrick Mahomes. So there's certain teams out there with the owners. They are willing to have their team miss the playoffs if it means that they get a shot. They get a cut of that TV money from revenue sharing if you get an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes blockbuster game. The teams that miss the playoffs still get money from revenue sharing. So the Jets, they will be in there. Teams will choke. Rodgers gets his comeback victories. That's the key to the puzzle. I know Las Vegas can win by having the Jets in the playoffs because everybody that was on my video was saying Aaron Rodgers, he won't even make it 4 points into the next year. Like, he was walking off he didn't need a cart or anything. He didn't need a cart or anything to get off the field in week 1 against the Bills. He was like walking on his own. Like, it was obvious that this injury was fake. That's part of pro wrestling script that they have. Just look at that actor on the Niners who hurt his ACL. Because, he was jogging onto the field and he hurt his ACL. Please. These guys are good actors. You might believe he tore his ACL from that play. Greenwald, that 49er linebacker. He has no chance until the Bills move into Highland Park. It'll be the house that Josh Allen built. Super Bowl 62. The Bills win. Okay? 62 points scored in this first AFC title game. Well, if there is a year that Jordan Love wins a Super Bowl, if it's somehow scripted for him to win, I don't know how the white supremacists approach the Green Bay Packers. They have the white guys win the Super Bowl and the black guy doesn't win, or they just it's the opposite of Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love wins, like when he's very old or whatever. I mean, Super Bowl 67 makes the most sense for me. Right after the Chiefs three-peat. Chiefs three-peat, and then Chiefs lose that Super Bowl to the Packers. How about that? Now, do we have some good script writers in the league office who can write the script well? Should I be hired? Or should I try to break down their script? Russell Wilson wasn't on the native team. He was on the Seattle Seahawks. Las Vegas makes record-breaking profits with Lamar Jackson. But yeah, Now, Jordan Love may not win because they are Freemason. Okay, they don't win every time. They're Green Bay Packer quarterback. So maybe one guy has got to not win a Super Bowl. But, the Packers are not going to win anything anytime soon. Lamar scored 59 points in week 1 of 2019. Super Bowl 59 has always been the year for Lamar Jackson. General Jackson leads his troops to victory in the War of 1812. The British wanted to continue. They didn't give a damn. They were signed a peace treaty. Andrew Jackson was there to kick the British out to win the War of 1812. Lamar Jackson will do the same at New Orleans. Lamar Jackson in his scripted playoff losses against the Chiefs and the Titans. How does New Orleans connect to Doug Williams? Well, Doug Williams is born at Zachary, Louisiana. Zachary's Gamache of 82. 82 months after Lamar Jackson was drafted, he can win the Super Bowl. City of New Orleans, LA, Louisiana's Gamache of 82. Doug Williams was born at Louisiana. He was the last full-blooded black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson at Louisiana can be the next 100% black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. He will win Super Bowl 59. Lamar will. It's Doug Williams 17. The Ravens have 17 playoff wins. This is John Harbaugh's 17th season as a head coach. What else do we mean? Tom Brady says you next. He means he's the next quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the first time. This is what Tom Brady's referencing to. Lamar is winning next year. And for Andy Reid, it's a playoff loss with the Chiefs. There's only two guys. Aaron Rodgers, number 8. Lamar Jackson, number 8. John Harbaugh is not stupid. That sucks. He beats Jared Goff. He beats Jared Goofball, the Jared Goff. The Cowboys have zero chance. They're garbage. They're mediocre. They're trash. They're not winning nothing until Jerry Jones retires. Again, Williams' Gamache of 35. Tom Brady's Gamache of 35. Williams' Gamache of 98. The repeat is 98. The first NFL Sunday is on September the 8th of 2025, 2024. September 5 is on Thursday and September 8 is on Sunday. That's the Gamache of Williams. Now, the first team to win a 6th Super Bowl now is going to be the Cowboys. They want the Cowboys to tie the Patriots and the Steelers. Not the 49ers. They're a joke. Cowboys are the most evil occultic team in the NFL. Cowboys are the 666, not the 49ers team you're talking. 49ers a joke. They have no quarterback. They're garbage, mediocre, game managing, garbage ass, bitch ass, the Gilbert Albert Goon Brock Purdy. Fuck you, you little cocksucking ass motherfuckers from Arizona rooting for Brock Purdy and the hated 41ers. Fuck you. Fuck you guys. You lost, you cocksucker. This is Cardinals territory, bitch. I know you ain't winning nothing until the Cardinals win the Super Bowl, so you guys suck. You keep on losing Super Bowls during my time in existence on planet Earth, loser. There was no one on that when I last won the Super Bowl. You're a joke. Your fans are fair weather. They're garbage. They're garbage. They're shit. Lions have great fans. Lions will make it to next year's Super Bowl. NFC is garbage. The Eagles are garbage. Cowboys are garbage. The Lions are garbage. Purdy's garbage. Lions should make it to the Super Bowl next year. They don't have to go up against Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. They should be able to make it to the Super Bowl by logical sense. That should be the easiest bet out there. This is only the beginning for Dan Talica Campbell in the Detroit Lions. They'll get another crack at it next year. You can respond from NFC title loss. You cannot come back from a Super Bowl loss. But you see, Jared Goff has a fresh start. It's like, hey, he made it to the conference title game, but this is only the beginning. This is you start a new, fresh cycle. Yeah, the Patriots do have stars on their helmet. Nice observation. But you see, the Cowboys will probably win a Super Bowl before you understand. Maybe Super Bowl 69 for the Cowboys. Maybe. Dallas Cowboys could lose. Well, when we go through this 5-year cycle, Dak's going to retire. He's going to suck. He's going to flame out. He's worse than Tony Romo. Cowboys are the most delusional, the most nauseating fans out there. They're a joke. The Dallas Texans, they kept the whiners from passing the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Texans, Dallas Texans. You see that, Dallas Texans? Now let's talk Goalkeeper LeBron James, shall we? The Jazz are garbage. The Lakers are already in the playoffs, ready to win the championship. These guys ain't nothing. Be ready to whip the ass any motherfucking sorry ass motherfucking team out there that dare challenge the elite of. We will not win at Phoenix. We will not. But all your little sorry ass motherfucking Goalkeeper LeBron hating ass bitch. Why do you hate on Goalkeeper LeBron James so much, you gay ass hating ass motherfucker? Hating on a great Philly man like that, Goalkeeper LeBron James. On Christmas Day, they having presents. Buddy's playing the piano. What the hell are you hating on? I swear to God. Y'all people disgust me. You could never share the family bond and but by Spring-Yo Company, Goalkeeper LeBron's company, Spring-Yo Company. This was only chapter 1. Last year was chapter 1. This year's chapter 2. They produced in a documentary from last year to this year, the loss to the Nuggets, the comeback against the Nuggets. This is WWE. We got there. The Lakers are not beating the Phoenix Suns after the break. We already won the championship. Don't get me wrong. We already won the championship. But the loser Phoenix Suns going to get a win at Phoenix eventually this year against the Lakers. So the loser Suns will have that game. But if you go against them at LA, we can beat them at LA, okay? Maybe when Gary Vincent comes back to feel it, right? Now, the Suns could beat the loser. The loser Suns will beat the Lakers, but it's a meaningless regular season games. What do I care about that? Otherwise, I'll truly believe Kevin Durant is a faggot. Well, Las Vegas rules planet Earth. So they'll have the loser Suns win that game just so nobody bets on the Lakers because Las Vegas is full of manipulative pricks. So Las Vegas, do your fucking thing. Because these people are going to bet on the Suns if you have them win by 20 points against the Lakers. It'd be some scripted ass nonsense. Go ahead. Have the loser Suns beat the Lakers. You think I care if the loser Suns beat the Lakers? I don't, because the loser Suns are only good for the regular season. So they good as the regular season. They didn't make the conference finals last year. The loser Phoenix Suns. They didn't make no conference finals last year. Lakers are the shit. The regular season. Go ahead. Get your little meaningless little NBA Finals Game 7 of regular season. This is just another game for the Lakers. But that's your little Game 7 of the Finals. Isn't it loser Phoenix Suns? Of course it is. Of course. You little garbage-ass pricks are going to absolutely feel more pain from Goki LeBron James. Magic Johnson won his 5th ring against the Pistons. March 22nd, maybe got some scoring bones Masons out there rigging the season right there. Seeing how it is, how they have the teams play on March 22nd. That's a cool observation. The loser Suns win 5 straight, then 36 win against the Lakers. The Lakers is 36. But I'm happy if the loser Suns beat the Lakers. This means the odds are good for the Lakers. Number one. Number two, people are doubting the Lakers. So Las Vegas wins. The franchise was established in Detroit. Is that what you mean? Were the Lakers established in Detroit? I mean, 138 points this game. Obviously, I mean, this team picks and chooses who when they want to play. Are you faggots? I mean, these faggots out there act like the Lakers have no talent. They don't fucking understand shit, don't they? So, LeBron's first game, I mean, his NBA debut was against the Sacramento Kings. Like, what are you referring to as far as his first game against the Pistons? Because he made his NBA debut against the Kings while with the Cavs. His first game with the Lakers was against the Trailblazers. So, which game was that against the Pistons? Which game are you referring to? Lakers franchise began 1947. Ben Berger, Morris Chalfin of Minnesota purchased the recently disbanded Detroit Gems of the NBL. So they just played soft against the Pistons the last game. And that was the Pistons' 45th loss of the year, and Kobe would have been 45, and it's the Lakers' 45th playoff series win. Okay. First preseason game against the Pistons. I get the feeling that this Kansas City Chiefs 3-peat is just going to make Las Vegas a lot of money. I just have to go fade the Chiefs next year. People would doubt Patrick Mahomes because of his age. To me, that's the most ideal time to go to Patrick Mahomes 3P. It's probably when people think he's too old and he can't do it. Uh, what's under 25? I mean, I do like the fact that it was the Pistons' 45th loss of the year. I mean, it's his 45th playoff series when Magic Johnson won his fifth ring against the Pistons. So I did like how it all added up for the Pistons' 45th loss. These little faggot ass motherfuckers out here who are nowhere to be seen since May 22nd. Screw them motherfuckers. These people are going to be fucking kicking themselves for life. They'll take advantage of the most opportune moment to go take a champion of this magnitude at the way how the odds are set up against the Lakers. People talking mad shit because they bunch of fucking beta ass fucking male out there, be a little weak ass fucking bitch, not back for the grind again. I mean, this is the grind we're talking. This is the grind. Be a little bitch ass beta. Oh, we didn't win. I didn't win. Oh, I'm done. Everybody left. Not everyone can have the Mamba mentality. No one can remember. It is already started. Vanderbilt will be back. He ain't out for the year. Okay? Wave the magic wand. He'll be back. And Gabe Benson, next man up. He just takes over Vanderbilt easily. Easily. He'll be back. They can ball anytime they want to. They scored 138 points without GOAT Keenan James. Darren Ham can fucking coach. This team picks and chooses when they want to play. They're actors. Stop falling for the propaganda. The propaganda is that GOAT Keenan Bond's never going to win again. You're full of propaganda. You've not done the numbers. 23 seasons. His last year will be a championship year. So let's count numbers. 21, 22, and 23. 2 rings in the last 3 years. 2 rings in the last 3 years, like 2 3-peats, like MJ's 13 and 10. Jay's 10 add up to 23. 2 rings in the last 3 years. Well, yeah, Darvin was an assistant coach while Kobe was still with the team. So obviously, yeah, of course, there's a lot that stacks up very well with Darvin Ham. Whip the ass of every fucking team out there in this fucking league. I'm ready to be great. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna continue my path to greatness. This is nobody should talk basketball again if they want to fade GOAT LeBron James like that. I am just here to warn the world. Zach be here, everybody be here. These guys ain't always they loyal, they understand, they keep the bake, they keep the grind, they understand that they're just here to build the Nuggets Lakers rivalry. They understand why last year happened. You learn your goal, you evolve, and you stick with the script. You just gotta stick with it. Kobe gonna shoot the ball until it falls into the net. Even if he's over 10, he's gonna keep on shooting until the ball falls into the net. We're gonna keep on shooting until LeBron gets number 6. The fact of the matter is, it's 23 seasons and 6 rings, and here we are. To stick with it, it's 8 2-3 Kobe born, 8 seasons with the Lakers, 23 overall for goalkeeper. But easy, Beantown, Kobe Bean Bryant, the Celtics. Who else would it be? There's a CBA coming up. The NBA is gonna make record-breaking money. It's time to get the deal signed. No Sixers, zero chance, zero. Celtics it is. It's that easy. Don't overthink it. It's that easy. It's Lakers over Celtics. At Beantown, the tie Kobe Bean Bryant. It doesn't have to be hard. You can choose. It's all up to you to choose for it to be harder than it can be. It's Beantown, the tie Kobe Bean Bryant. It's that easy. New York is where the prophecy is that he ties Kareem and Michael Jordan at the birthplace of Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Goat King LeBron James set out against the Timberwolves. He has 24.8 points a game at the All-Star break. 24 is the Kobe number. The 0.8 is Kobe's first number. His 7.8 assists. 8th in the NBA. Kobe number 8. He's 15th in points in the NBA. It is Kobe that's Camacho 15. So it's all synced up with Kobe Bryant. King LeBron James played 49 games during the first part of the year. King LeBron James and the Lakers will be 4-9 against the Celtics in the NBA Finals after the Lakers defeat the Celtics. This is why he sat out against the Jazz. In his 49 games of tie into the Lakers being 4-9 against the Celtics in the NBA Finals. The Lakers are 30-26 at the All-Star break. They're technically 31-26 when you include the NBA Cup Final. The last title at Disney, the last title gets the Heat. Okay, that's when we include the play-in final, the NBA's in-season tournament final against the Pacers. The Heat is Gematria of Disney, is Gematria of 31. Magic won his fifth win against the Pistons. 30 wins, we don't include the NBA Cup Final. LeBron, 30. Crown, Gematria, 30. He takes the crown this year. 26 losses at the time of the All-Star break. It's 26 win the finals. Brian, 26, where he defeats the Celtics. Celtics is Gematria, 26. Okay, about James. Look at that. Anthony Davis had 37 points today. He had 15 rebounds. 15 is a big Kobe number. So the 15 rebounds is very big. I do like the explosion of 38 points in the third quarter. Kobe's birthday at 38. 38 points without the King. The King Gematria 38. The Lakers are starting to understand the tenacity that it takes to win the championship. You know, we get the feeling that these guys understand that it's the second half of the season, that it's time to keep up with the Mamba grind right there. The Jazz remain at 26 wins. Their 29th loss against the Lakers. Go kid about Jazz. His 29th win against Celtics in the playoffs. Again, 29 minutes in the opening night in an 18-point loss against the Denver Nuggets. Hachimura with the 36 points, too. The Lakers, Gematria of 36. But this is mostly about highlighting the wins and losses for the Lakers at the All-Star break. The 31 wins, including the NBA Cup Final, connects to their last title at Disney against the Heat. The 30 wins is about Goalkeeper LeBron James taking his crown, eventually getting to 30 wins in the finals, but he'll get the 26 by beating the Boston Celtics. And as the prior game against the Pistons, Kobe would have been 45 years of age. Goalkeeper LeBron's 45th playoff series win. the time Magic Johnson. Magic won his fifth ring against the Pistons. It was their 45th loss. So just keep that in mind with the Pistons game. Goalkeeper LeBron James and company, Anthony Davis, 45 points combined for the Pistons, 45th loss. I mean, that was very hilarious right there. 29th win in the finals against the Celtics. The trio had 66 points combined in that game. Mike Gauze, Gamacho 66, title Gamacho 66. So Lakers are locked to win the title at this point. All these goalkeeper bar hating bobs can go suck a big fat one because they're full of propaganda. You need to understand why things don't work out and why they lead to the script down the road. It's year 24, 70th NBA Finals. It's 2 rings in the last 3 years for it ties Michael Jordan in year 23 to tie Michael and Kareem at New York City. It is not that hard. People choose to be sheeple. So yeah, Lakers beat the Celtics. The CBA is coming up. It could be 20-1, 25-1, 28-1. Nobody believes. But Las Vegas don't give a shit because they have made their do-re-mi from the future bets from the last few years. So it don't matter. 4 years later, it doesn't matter. People lost on the Lakers and the Celtics during the past few years. Vegas don't give a damn. If you understand how odds really work, the odds are set that guarantees the bookmaker a profit regardless of who wins. Lakers are going to win. Lakers are 20-1 because nobody believes in the GOAT King LeBron James. That's why they're 20-1. If people really did believe in GOAT King LeBron James, they would have been a 7-8-1 proposition. But not even his fans believe in GOAT King LeBron James. These people are the reason why it's 20-25-1. Not even a hardcore GOAT King LeBron James fan is willing to put their money on GOAT King LeBron James this year. Not even a hardcore GOAT King LeBron James fan. Do you understand what sets the odds? Not even LeBron fans are going with GOAT King LeBron James this year. They're not me. They're not as real as I get. They have no faith whatsoever. Of course they should. Of course they should. But anyway, if they lose against the Warriors and the Suns, no. Of course it won't. Should it be like 18-1 or something? Absolutely. Oh, they're getting ready to be championship mode? Absolutely. It don't matter. Loser Suns going to be red hot. People are hyping the Clippers. Even though they're a joke. Even though the Lakers beat the Clippers. They're a joke. They're a team full of characters. Once April, May, they're just a character organization that finds a way to choke. They don't make it to the conference finals. They're a team of characters. Predictable. The Clippers are predictable. They've been found out even before they went to a number 1 seed. They've been found out. They're cursed at Staples. They won't win until they move into a new arena. The Warriors are garbage. The Nuggets are a sorry-ass team. No one's going to remember losers out there that win 1 out of 3 against the Lakers. You get kissed by ass, Denver Nuggets. You all don't mean shit. You don't have the king. I'm done. But the loser side's going to beat the Lakers. And the loser sides don't mean shit to me anyways. Go get your little regular season participation to me. It don't mean nothing to me. This team meets Celtics without GOAT King LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You are beating that team with GOAT King LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I'd be ready for you guys. Hey, common sense. This team is without Joel Embiid. They're injured. They're just mediocre. A Lakers Sixers finals is not interesting against the powerful Celtics. That is a very interesting finals. that brings in all of the casuals. The Celtics are known as being very red hot. People can expect the Lakers to beat the Sixers if you face I guess, a mediocre team like that with an injured Joel Embiid. It's got to be the Celtics. The Celtics are by far the most talented team in the NBA. Go to LeBron James. It's about a rivalry. It ain't just about the rivalry for me. It's about the fact that it's being time. It's Kobe being by. It's not easy. Go to LeBron James wins the championship this year. Uh, the Suns win next year. Kevin Durant wins next year against the Milwaukee Bucks. In 2026, to time Michael at New York, but I go with the Lakers to keep go LeBron James in 2026. Now they were never 89-1 last year. You may be thinking about the year before. They were never 89-1 last year. Now the reason why they're 25-1 is because nobody believes in this team. You gotta understand how the odds work. People look at you like you're on crack and delusional if you say the Lakers can win the championship. But fuck these people, anyways. Screw these motherfuckers. They made it to the conference finals last year with the rookie coach. The conference finals. The conference finals for cry out loud. And you tell me this team can't go all the way to the big show? No, delusional. They accomplished a lot last year. That shows how many people lack proper perspective last year. They don't look at the big picture. You were back in the show the last 4 teams with the rookie coach. They have no sense of perspective. You go LeBron James solidifying the GOAT coronation status. You understand? I know what Kobe died for. I know exactly why he died. Do you believe the same way I do? I know why Kobe died. You should too. Get ready for the coronation moment. The purple and gold virus, the crown virus that came out at the time of Kobe's death. COVID-19. He's getting ring 19 on the Lakers. Savannah gave birth to Bronny when Goki LeBron James was 19 years of age. He is doing everything in a Laker uniform. Of course, it's LeBron's here. When the bets start coming in, they're going to half the price. It's easy. I've seen it fluctuate all year from 8 to 1 to 12, 16, 18, and 25. It's because people don't believe, because people are jumping on the Clippers. They're jumping on some other sorry ass team out there. It's called Odd Setting 101. Yeah, these teams are regular season teams. NBA is rigged wrestling, anyways. Oh, if that's not white goes. They whip some ass, some kind of whip ass. They give a can of whip ass. They get the team the Western Conference. Come on now. Come on now. I'm mocking you, sheep. That's what you are. That's what you are. It's scripted to be not twice. Scripted. Magical title for the first time since Disney World. Bamboozled and propagandized the masses. Amen. Propagandize, bamboozle the masses. Well, no, because loser Suns can't make the conference finals because nobody's going to believe in loser Durant winning again. This is where Kevin Durant's going to prove everybody wrong in 2025. The loser Suns lose in the semifinals. Goalkeeper LeBron James against the Denver Nuggets in the conference finals. Society of Jesus 56. He's 5-6 in the finals. Then his son goes to the Lakers in the NBA, and then the Suns win in 2025. No. Suns next year. They have zero chance of winning this year. Mavericks have zero chance of goalkeeper LeBron retires. That's why mock y'all sheep out there. Come on now. Somebody at the NBA Finals. Come on now. Year 24. You really ain't gonna get bamboozled. Are you really playing my names in yourself? Come on now. It's just all about the numbers. Just like the Super Bowl was all about the numbers. The 5-3 playoff fucking for Len Dawson. The 5-3 in the Super Bowl for the 49ers. The number 19 with the Chiefs. Joe Montana. The Knicks repeat 19 years later. It's all about the numbers. Isaac gets it. Isaac gets it. Yeah, he gets it. We have a bunch of scared ass betas out there. They don't believe in goalkeeper LeBron James. Little weak ass betas out there. Oh, I'm scared. Don't believe in the GOAT. That's when the GOAT coronation's going to happen. That's how the goalkeeper LeBron James prophecy is going to roll. It's goalkeeper LeBron James. It's 2 rings in the last 3 years. You can choose to believe or you can choose not to believe. There's no in between. There's no in between. This is where they make the GOAT coronation legacy status right there when he has been written off he takes his crown. I like that. Go King LeBron James and the home run king. Yep. He's 15-6 life path. That's 15 years after 2009. I know numerology, so I knew numerology at the Super Bowl. So 15 years later, Judge is 15-6. It's obvious. It's obvious Yankees are winning. It's all rigged. Another team should have signed Blake Snell already, but he's going to be a Yankee any day now. He'll be a Yankee any day now. Look out for it. No other team has signed Blake Snell. It's rigged. Yankees are just driving down the price on Blake Snell. They'll save on that luxury tax. They'll get Blake Snell. They're easily world champions next year. You can laugh all you want, but you don't know shit about numerology, man. Don't confuse gematria with numerology. Gematria is not numerology. Numerology is separate from gematria. Judge's birth digits add up to 15. So when you add 4 and 26 of 1992 is 21, that's 3. 26 is 8. 1992 is 23, that's 8 and 3 is 11. So when you add April to 11, that's 15. So 15 years later is when the Yankees win the championship. NYC is gematria 15. George Steinbrenner dead at Tampa. Tampa's gematria 15. The 15th repeat in Major League Baseball history. Japan is gematria 15. Ohtani is from Japan. He'll make it to the World Series next year in 2025. Just watch. He's not making it this year. He'll make it next year, but Atlanta having gematria 15. The Braves should make it to the World Series this year. They should give Ohtani his shaming ritual. Not this year. Yankees Dodgers is next year. Yankees Braves is this year. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, he'll get there. Obviously, the haters, they're losers. Boston loses the finals. Yankees win the World Series. There's a ritual against Boston. 49ers lose the Super Bowl. Go King LeBron surpasses Stephen Curry. So there's multiple rituals going on against the Bay Area in Boston as we speak. You live in Jersey. Yes, you do. And Yankees already won. This is why Buddha's still on the team, because they know he's a puppet. They know he's already won. If he wasn't scripted to win, he would have already been gone. So they already know he's already won. You know, his fan base. Even if Boone wins the championship, they still want this guy to be fired because at the end of the day, he's still a puppet. Still, the team is garbage. Aaron Boone says Yankees are hell bent on being a champion. Well, they're hell bent by signing Juan Soto. Where? Where's Blake Snell? Where the hell is Blake Snell at? Where's Blake Snell at? If you so help it, sign him tonight. This next hour. Sign Blake Snell. Are you hell bent? Are you not hell bent? Sign Blake Snell. You're the best pitcher in baseball. Get call. Watch out, the done right now. Yankees Astros divisional series. How about Yankees Rangers in the ALCS? A Jorginho back where he hit number 62. He's going to hit home runs at Arlington in his sleep easily. Give me the Yankees next year. Numerology for the win. You can kiss my ass. You kiss my ass, and Aaron Judge, 15-6, wins 15 years later. That's numerology. Media has you all cornered with the Dodgers and Otani, but this is where the media is going to help the sports books make all the money on the Dodgers. Yes, we'll do. Yep, 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 yep. Plus, my aunt's a big time Yankee fan, and my uncle is a Yankee fan. He's a all the little bitch ass motherfucking ass hated ass bitch ass cocksucking ass motherfuckers. We run this. We New York City. It's Corona. It's Crown virus. We going back here. All these little bitch ass motherfuckers in Boston who get fucked by the Lakers are about to get fucked by Great Jorginho. So yeah, they all suck all my Jersey balls there. Fuck yeah, man. Here we go. I do know when the Celtics win, though they'll hate me this year, but they'll like me during the later part of the decade. Because the Celtics will win again, obviously. I alone know when Otani's winning the World Series. I alone. 2026. Who are my handlers? Huh? Where's the Patreon going to? Huh? Where's the Patreon? Yeah, Zach don't know shit, man. He's a bitch ass little faggot out there who needs his little Patreon money, because he don't know how to bet on sports. He's a joke. He had the Ravens all season long. He's a joke. He had the Ravens. He had the Eagles win last year's Super Bowl. He had the 49ers in porn star Jimmy beating Patrick Mahomes. This guy's a faggot ass clown. He's a joke. He's a little lion Kaiser Jew out there. This lion is in his fucking DNA. He's a joke. Little faggot ass motherfucker. Little bitch ass motherfucker crying for donations. That's a bitch. Oh, why aren't you donating? Why aren't you donating? Bunch of weak ass, beta ass, faggot ass bitch. You don't know how to make the money on the network. He's a bitch. He's a joke. He's a faggot. All the above. I like the Ravens. I like the Chiefs. I like the Bills. I picked every team to win, so I already knew he's a faggot. You don't know how to stick with one team. He's a fag. That's a bitch ass, faggot ass motherfucker. That's what I talk about. Ah, faggot ass motherfucker right there. Faggot, faggot, faggot. Yeah, that's a bitch ass faggot right there. He had the Ravens all year. Everybody knows. Go to Sports Gematria's channel. This guy's the OG of exposing the grifter scammer that is Crappery Crubbert. Crappery Cupboard. I don't know if this guy's handlers or anything like that, but he does have a lot of gullible retards out there who start giving this guy $5 a month. He's a joke. Little lion ass Jewish little man right there. You know, not all Jews are like that, but this guy is the epitome of reinforcing all the stereotypes about Jews. I mean, this guy doesn't do any help for his own kind. I swear to God, he doesn't. At least Gary's real. At least he has some knowledge. He knows what he's talking about. But this guy over there is a faggot. People act like he's a CIA Mossad agent. I'm not going to go crazy with that, but he is a fraud. But yeah, he stopped talking about the Jews and the Zionists. He's all about only the Jesuits now, right? They're a joke. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what the NBA is, all that. Any ideas for the NFL over the next few years? People are just so overboard with same old Lions, but you don't sign a guy like Dan Campbell to a 5-year contract if you don't know that they have something scripted for him. So it's a five. I mean, it was ridiculous to sign a guy like Dan Campbell to a 5-year contract to begin with because he was practically unproven, but they basically know that something is scripted for Dan Campbell. It doesn't have to be a Super Bowl. It can be an NFC championship. It can be a Super Bowl appearance. So basically, Dan Campbell is going to appear in the Super Bowl next year. Kobe's a fraud, man. Fuck all this Kobe shit. Goat Kinderbarn is the GOAT. And screw you motherfuckers out there who all start sucking the Kobe and you see, hey, go King LeBron James. You guys are faggots too. Go King LeBron is far better than Kobe can ever dream of being. Oh, it's your feelings. Too fucking bad. Kobe was done at 33 years of age. Go King LeBron James is still here at 38 years of age. He is the king of preserving his body to top-notch shape as if he were 27, 28 years of age. But that's the thing. It ain't just about Kobe. It's about Magic Johnson too, because he has 5 rings. It's about Tim Duncan too, because he has 5 rings too. Tim Duncan's number 21. It's Gokina Bond's 21st season. Tim is Gamache 42. Gokina Bond's 42nd playoff win as a Laker to tie Tim Duncan. So it's not just about Kobe Bryant. It's about Tim Duncan. But Magic Johnson, 13 seasons, 5 rings. The Lakers will have 13 titles in LA and 5 in Minneapolis as Gokina Bond James ties Magic Johnson. I see. It's not just, as of right now. I start to think if Len Dawson's death day means that Mahomes will do an 8 ring someday. If he's dead, 824, these are the Kobe numbers. So if it's 8 rings in 24 seasons of that nature, so a 3-peat would mean he'd be at 6. But if you do the Gematria of Patrick is Gematria 78. So is it 7 for Tom Brady and 8 for Mahomes? I mean, it's something to consider, basically. It's not an automatic assumption, but it's something to consider. But if he does play an extra season or 2, he could get to 8 rings. But only if he wins a 3-peat. That's all I have to say about that. The death of Len Dawson will connect to the repeat, to the 3-peat, to his 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th rings. No. Tom Brady not coming back. Remember, Goki LeBron James has already won his 6th ring. He kissed my ass. He's going to win his 6th ring. Go. Now, what's most likely to happen is that Patrick Mahomes will never surpass Tom Brady because the white man runs supreme. So, but Patrick 78, Pat is trying to surpass Tom with 8 wins and Tom Brady at 7. But I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's just a narrative. It's just a narrative. But it's immortalized anyways because he's 0-2 against Tom Brady in the playoffs. But and Freemasons are big on 13. So if Brady's at 7 and Mahomes is at 6, so you get 13. But that's not happening. That's called taking too much crack. He's 45 years of age. He's done. He's done. So Tom Brady beat this guy twice. It's over. Tom Brady's career is rigged. Patrick Mahomes' career is rigged. Montana got injured against the Giants. Uh, freaking Lawrence Taylor, yeah. And then the Giants won another NFC Championship game in 2012. The Giants won another NFC title game at the Stick. Go Giants. I love the Giants. They beat the 41ers many times. Go Giants. Go Giants. He'll be in his 30s when he wins the Super Bowl again. I'm a Cardinals fan, but I like the Raiders. I like both. My uncle from Jersey is a Cardinals fan his whole life. He'll go 6 years without a ring. 64 and 66 are big beastly numbers in Gematria, so that's when we should expect the Mahomes to go on a new cycle. NBA, well, I'm normally a Suns fan, but I've been a Goki LeBron fan my whole life. Well, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan, but I'm a LeBron fan, but LeBron comes first over this loser garbage ass team. Goki LeBron, Goki LeBron is going to win his fifth ring, first for the loser ass Phoenix Suns ever win a first championship. Goki LeBron wins this year, loser Phoenix Suns win next year. Goki LeBron James says, go suck a fat one, loser Phoenix Suns. I win a second ring again. Only people who like to get fucked. Every Suns fan I know hates Goki LeBron James. Well, fuck them. California's taking over this state, and now they're going to get fucked by Goki LeBron James. He sucks, too. He's from Arizona. He sucks. And he's trash. He's garbage. That little baby face, little cute ass motherfucker. He's epitome of white privilege. He had the most stacked roster out there, and he's still a big sorry joke. I feel sorry for people who thought he was Tom Brady and Joe Montana. They're a joke. He was never ever Tom Brady and Joe Montana. These people have been had. He's just a mere irrelevant quarterback. He will never ever make it back to Super Bowl 59. How much you want to bet? Huh? Brock Purdy's gonna make it back to the Super Bowl next year, huh? Who willing to wager with me that this crackhead ain't gonna make it back? but Brock Purdy sucks. He's garbage. Yeah, suck. Brock Purdy sucks. Lions will win the NFC. They're on the ascendancy. Just wait till the Lions secondary gets better. Lions are a better team, but the game was rigged. The Lions should be able to make it back next year. Nobody wants to see the whiners in the Super Bowl. It's not just NFC West that calls them the 40-whiners. I'm sure everybody else calls them the 40-whiners too. I wish there would have been bad calls so we could make fun of the 40-whiners or the referees, but the referees actually called a good game. The red blood looks somebody, he looks so unkind. Oh, police. People are crazy. No. The Lions are winning the NFC next year. These Lion fans will pay a fortune for Super Bowl tickets. Lion fans are going to pay a fortune for Super Bowl tickets. He'll be 0-2 in the Super Bowl. I have the Ravens beating the Lions. Yep. The Dallas Cowboys are not going to the Super Bowl anytime. I can agree with that. I can. Cowboys are a mediocre organization. Mike McCarthy is in a lame duck year. He's done. I forgot if I upload the video. Okay. They did have 31 wins at the All-Star break. It's the first win of the second half will be number 32. Obviously, that's Johnson, and that's greatest, and that's the bubble. That is the bubble. That is the meaning behind the 32nd win to begin the second half of the season. Yeah, Draymond Green is done, but Kevin Durant win another ring. I agree with that. Packers are a joke. They're mediocre. Maybe they faced off against the Packers during the late part of the 2030s. As far as a repeat, three-peat goes, Super Bowl 66, Bears, Packers are the NFC candidates at the time for Super Bowl 66. Shanahan is already a Packer killer, so that's good if he is coach of the Chiefs. Obviously, Mahomes can make the Bears pay. Ravens are winning next year. I like the Ravens. I like Lamar Jackson to win at the birthplace of Doug Williams. That's just how I look at it. So the NFC North won the Super Bowl at New Orleans right after the Patriots repeat. So, you know, Detroit could make it to the Super Bowl right after the Chiefs repeat. Detroit hosted Super Bowl 40, so Detroit can make it to the next Super Bowl after the Chiefs repeat. Uh, how I look at it is the AFC North playing the Super Bowl right after the Patriots repeat. The AFC North could be in the next Super Bowl after the next repeat. I mean, I don't think it's a reach. I think it's something very plausible and something to look out for. Well, you on crack. Well, at least Brock Purdy was not the quarterback. Then you have something going right there. But 41ers are now the Bills. They're the Bills. 41ers are the Bills now of modern times. They're a shocking team in the Super Bowl. Caleb is going to the Redskins. He's going to Washington Redskins. That team is going to draft him. More like black quarterback wins Super Bowl 59. Lamar Jackson. I think there's good opportunity for Las Vegas to murder white America. In the Super Bowl where Doug Williams is born in Louisiana, this is probably the right ideal one to murder the public, to murder the white America. That's how I look at it. No right or wrong answer, but I thought the Lions win the NFC. That's the most easiest conclusion to make. But I got another Super Bowl ring for John Harbaugh. Now, it cannot be my script. When I look at Doug Williams' sport at Louisiana, I can conclude that this can be the NFL's own script if they have Lamar winning at the birthplace of Doug Williams. Just a theory right now, but we'll see if it's a theory proven as time goes by, or if it's just if it was just a reach. But we'll have to find out, obviously. But anyway, I'm done. I enjoyed too much of that bottle, and I need to go to bed. And there's too much to go over. I managed to upload the Lakers video. Uh, he, Boone says they're hell bent on being a world champion. Blake Snow should be a Yankee any day if Brian Cashman is his head, if it's not up his ass. Now, the white jersey, the 38th time a white jersey can win the Super Bowl, Louisiana's Camacho 38. The double coat of San Diego and the 41ers last championship at San Diego. But really, what San Diego is about is the last quarterback to win the Super Bowl after losing their first appearance. John Elway won Super Bowl 32 at San Diego. So that's how, the narrative stacking up for Jared Goff to make it to the Super Bowl. But I look at Lamar Jackson, the Ravens to wear white. The NFC is the home team next year, so the NFC gets to pick which colored jersey they want. The Lions will go with blue. And the Ravens will therefore be the white jersey. The Niners wore red in Super Bowl 47 when they were the home team because they're at an NFC stadium. I see the Lions wearing the blue, and the Ravens will be wearing the white. And the 38th team in the Super Bowl to win a Super Bowl with a white jersey would be the Ravens. So I just want to leave it at that right there. And so much stuff to go over. NBA, some future NFL projections, the Champions League, and get back on the games of the day. There is a lot to go over, but I may be distracted with watching UEFA Europa League, so maybe at around early mid-afternoon Mountain Standard Time is when I start to release a series of videos. Good night. It's too late. It's 2 o'clock Mountain Standard. I need to go to bed, and have a good night.